But yeah, man, welcome back to the Snake Trap Sessions. I am so excited to be back. Part 2, Cold Water Cafe Reptek facility tour. Now it's time for the main room. We have Stephen, Kush, and Desiree. Lead the way. Oh, why is he hopping? Is he okay? Are you a nonprofit since you take care of a special ed employee?
Yes,
All right.
I am.
Yo.
All right, here we are in the main room. Very legendary room. And a lot has changed. I'm not gonna lie, like it looks roomier for sure. What has changed in this room in the last, like, let's just say 2 years?
Hasn't.
Well, the badges are still up.
Everything has
Respect.
moved except Kilo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Kilo's still in here.
Kilo's still in the same place.
And you have some Crocs that are still here, obviously, as well. But for the most part, a lot of stuff. Did you sell, or what what happened to a lot of stuff that was in here?
Sold some stuff, gave some stuff away, acquired some new stuff, rearranged. A lot of rearranging.
And expanded.
And expanded.
Part of it is with the cabin now being scrub house. You know, there are only a few scrubs left in this room, which there were a good amount at one point, which are now all over in the cabin.
Is that Fed over there? Is there a Fed behind you? He's taking notes.
He's our resident Fed bug.
A Fed that keeps contras. That's respect. So let's go ahead and get this tour, man. I mean, so I'm happy to be in here because it's roomier. Shout out to homie Brock doing some water changes. That's what I like to see. He does it about every 3 days.
Every single day.
Every single day. I like that.
Let's see. Here we have Amanda, who's in the way of our first animal.
Well, Amanda has that kind of power, so she could do that.
I know.
Amanda is not a new employee. She is seasoned.
You don't disrespect Amanda.
She will choke slam you.
This is definitely one of our prized possession snakes. This is an Amazon basin, the one and only Ed Marino.
Ed Marino, you don't say.
This is our male. This is one that he said he was considering for a holdback, but obviously that man has basins for days and days and days, so he let this one go to us. But for that high yellow coloration is kind of why he picked this one out as a more special individual. Of course, that snowflake stripe too, so this
look at that.
really, I mean, nothing short of perfection in a snake. Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's Eastern Madagascar tree boa, or known as the green sanzinia. So we have a pair of these.
This is gorgeous.
They're just gonna continue to get really, really bright green.
And they're actually, the popularity that's increased on these snakes, this was already a popular snake, but then there was like a little bit of a window where these became available, and these were up in, like, I think some guy wanted to sell a pair for like 8K or something like that, and it actually went for a bid or something ridiculous. But these are not easy to get. These are super hard to get. Like, not even money could buy these. So it's almost, I don't know, would you say more rare or on the same level as far as trying to get a Bolin's? If you were to get something like this, same
Honestly,
level?
At this point, well,
harder to get these.
Harder because they're not imported anymore.
They're not
like
coming in,
Bolin's
right, exactly.
So the number of people who have these and actually have potential to breed them are, you could probably count them on one hand. Gary Shavino?
He's trying.
Yeah, Shavino has them, but not breeding them.
Ross Adcock.
Yeah, that Rod guy's from San Diego.
Bill Hughes, Paul, and I don't want to know the last name or something. Boegas.
I miss my Boegas. Oh, here it is.
This is our female divergens, the Boega dentaphila. She is pretty freaking cool with this blue belly going on, and she came from our good friend Patrick Holmes.
Shout out to P. Holmes.
We have a male growing up too, so, and she's actually producing some follicles, right?
Yes, she's a proven breeder, and 2 years in a row she has broken our hearts by growing massive follicles and us not having an adult male. So, when the time comes, hopefully we will get some eggs from her.
See at the top.
This is a Ptyas nigra marginata, a snake with a very basic common name. If you look that Latin up, you get green rat snake. So, real creative of the scientists, but this is one of the rare colubrids in captivity at this point. Get about 6 feet as adults, and they keep this coloration with that, yellow head, green body, and that striped racing striped looking tail. They're
So not commonly kept in the hobby.
no, I mean there is a chance at this point these may be the only ones in the country. Bigger imports have struggled to establish historically. They're really specialty feeders. We got lucky that a good friend of ours had these, was raising them from babies, got them onto pinkies before he decided that he wanted to sell them. So lucked out there where we have rodent feeders now. But to me, upper echelon of the colubrid world right here, this species.
Dude, my God, you've had this thing for a while too.
Yeah, when I got her, she was about the size of her tail, and a little bit thinner.
Oh, she's
This is the Princess Diamond, and then the male she's with is a Labyrinth Fire Jungle.
Labyrinth Fire Jungle to the Princess Diamond.
Yes.
Jeez. So you don't even know what you'd get if you were to produce something technically. I mean, some could be heads, but I mean, you're gonna get crazy like visuals of something like this would be nuts.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do that next.
Female Mexican pine snake.
Oh, that is cool.
And this species is known for just this vibrant coloration, and she's definitely a very nice example. Every single shed more and more vibrant. They get about 6 foot as adults. Our pair is about 1.5 years old and are seemingly growing by the day. Very calm, inquisitive snakes. Really, in my opinion, a great pet, and naturally very beautiful as well. So burnt orange head. Every week coming through, feeding them, cleaning them, just kind of take my breath away with this color. A lot of these American colubrid species, North, Central, South American, are, in my opinion, overlooked in general in the hobby. But I think something like this is hard to really compare almost any other reptile to.
This is a Western coach with. She's fucking awesome. She's just obviously red and beautiful.
We got a first timer.
Emphasis on the whip part, apparently.
Yeah, they live up to their name.
Yeah.
They've earned their name, Coach Whip.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I mean, again, another American colubrid with natural coloration like this. Like you'll find them like this in the wild.
Not a morph.
Not a morph.
And it has an
a
American
locality
attitude.
type.
Say congratulations to Stephen and Desiree for having a clutch of chondro eggs most recently. Huge.
Yes.
It's been what? It's been 2 years since you've had a clutch?
3 years.
3 years. 3
So
years.
here she
This
is.
is the girl.
And those are all of her eggs.
And tell us a little bit background on this chondro. How long have you had this chondro for? This is
So-
before Reptek, right?
Well, this chondro really is Reptek, in a way. So this is a product of Forrest and Desiree's breeding from 2015, I believe.
Wow.
Which was the lemon biak to lemon kofiau. or Kofiabiak, I'm sorry. A sibling to our high yellow male. And she had 12 perfect eggs.
This is epic, bro.
These are due in about 2 weeks. And everything is still looking like it's supposed to. So
Congratulations, guys. This is, I mean, honestly, the road's still long. You know what I mean? But still, this is still success right here.
Yeah.
Like having her drop all these eggs, not have anything egg bound. That means like she's ready to rock. You know what I mean?
And what was interesting about this, and I think speaks a lot to our understanding as a whole of python reproduction, this pair locked every month for 13 months before she ovulated.
Wow. So just keep pairing.
I
keep
feel
feeding.
like, yeah, you know, as long as the snakes are looking like they're going in the right direction, to me it doesn't matter what season it is. I think a lot of people would have stopped pairing at some point because of what conventional knowledge would have told them to do. It's too late for them to go. But
Well played, sir. Well played. So I'm obsessed with monitors. This is definitely one of them. What are you holding in your hands, Desiree?
This is the Varanus bracinus, also known as a green tree monitor. And these little guys were born in January this year. They've already like doubled, maybe tripled in size.
And this is your second success at breeding
Yes.
green tree monitors.
Yes.
And a lot of people think these are blue, but they're not actually blue. I
Right.
mean, they look blue, but they turn green as they get older, correct?
Correct, yeah.
This is such a dream goal of mine to hatch one of these someday. Good job, guys. So
Thank
awesome.
you. Is the famous Kilo, the crocodile monitor.
Oh, what a legendary animal for Reptek for sure.
And she's sunbathing.
Yep.
4, probably going on 5 years old here soon, and she's just
Beyond tame.
she's still the Kilo that she's always been. Honestly, with age, she's calmed down even more. If it weren't for her claws, this would be the perfect animal to.
Any monitor could go from this chill to just biting you. I mean, so where do you really get your confidence from? Like, how do you know, like, you could just open up this door and just put your hand in there and just start petting her like that?
I mean, just from so much continuous interaction. Obviously, you know, any of us here that do this, we're fully aware of what we're doing and the possible repercussions. But she's never tried to bite anybody. She's really never shown any sign of it. And especially for me, my confidence was gained when over time she started becoming more confident with things that earlier on she was not. Where if you kind of came in from above her, touched her on her neck, on her limbs, that would kind of, she would like flinch, jolt, react. Over time, all of that went away. In my opinion, right now, the cameras are kind of getting to her a little bit, where she's actually even acting a little more hesitant than normal. But if one of us are in here alone, she'll come right up to the front, try to crawl out. You can pet her on the sides of her mouth. I mean, really just about anything. And she seems to almost enjoy it, where she'll come towards the interaction. Is definitely a special animal to be able to interact with.
This is definitely a special animal. I'll tell you what, this thing right here, I'm just so happy she's still in your guys' keep and she's doing so well. This is one animal I feel like it's almost like a mascot for you guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
We have Desiree rearranging some caging right now. Oh, that's what we're doing. Oh. Good God. Wow, let's go. So hands down, my favorite monitor, like ever. Even more than Komodos, I like these just because of the colorations on their tail. Look at that.
Varanus Norway, also known as a tricolor monitor. They're pretty rare
And they mean business.
and they mean business.
And this is not even a full-grown one, not even a little bit. This is a juvenile, you would say, or hatchling, would you say?
Yeah, juvenile.
So tricolor monitor, which you guys already have an adult male,
Right.
and this is a male or female right here.
We're not sure. We just,
But you have
these
a
are
pair.
the two newer ones. We got two of the same
Look
size.
at that. Hi, how are you? Hi.
I know, babe.
sorry. You look beautiful. Look at that. Oh, it's amazing. Now these things are good hiders. Like they're not just the, you know, not like the Lacey or like how, you know, the, you know, Kilo Axe. This is a whole different ballgame when it comes to monitor, right?
Yeah, I hardly see these guys out. Our bigger adult is out a lot more frequently. Yeah,
That's why
I
you wear the
know.
gloves.
Yeah, I'm usually not a glove person, but these guys.
These you have
I
to
don't
be.
blame you at all.
You'd be already bleeding out at this
Yeah.
point.
She's got your thumb like
Yeah,
it's a hot dog in her mouth.
I'm sorry.
Just hanging out. Crunch time. Desiree, how are you sleeping at night?
I sleep great.
Cool. Steven?
One eye open.
There's one rule in this main room, isn't there? What is that rule?
The rule is that you are not a real reptile person if you don't drink water out of a 16-ounce deli cup.
You guys have obviously big monitors. I mean, there's a lot that you guys are passionate about. Monitors, definitely one of them. Kilo is more of a passion monitor for right now, but there are some projects going on in a different room which have some real life dinosaurs in it. So can you please stop doing that? Please lead the way to Jurassic Park. Levels. All right, so here we are. Oh boy.
This whole wall is mostly the tree monitors in the top pages. And behind you is one of our other croc monitors, Miss Molly.
So this is Molly. I remember when you guys put Molly in here for the first time.
She loves it.
Hi Molly, how are you? How many monitors are in this room? And then how many different monitor species are in this room?
Actually, a good question. So, monitor species, let's see here, guys. 12 monitor species in here currently, and total individuals, I think like 20 to 30. So the projects that we're most excited about, I would say primarily are the laces. I think they were finally like ready up to size to be cycled properly this year. So honestly, probably next week we'll be getting their lights back on, getting their feeding back going. Female lace monitors cycle in the spring. That's when they, in the wild, when they start their first vitellogenesis of the year. And obviously the tree monitors. This is our pair of green trees that have produced
Proven,
now,
right?
2 years in a row.
That's awesome. Congrats.
So we hope to make that 3.
Oh yeah.
The yellow trees and the blue trees as well.
Wow, look how like brave and bold this one is.
Yeah.
Straight to the window.
Yeah, they have no fear.
Are they
They're
both
so used
like
to it.
that?
Yeah, they really are.
That's epic.
Yep.
I don't mind get like that someday. My male's kind of chill, but my female just wants nothing to do with anybody. She just takes
Yeah,
off.
I think a lot of feeding with interaction, like holding the cup with the crickets up to them and tongue feeding, and just
Right.
getting them used to our presence.
So many people, including myself, feel like these are more of like a bluish than a green tree monitor, but these are actually Persinas. So how do they come in variations like this?
Some of this probably has to do with captive breeding and the nutritional differences from what they're eating in the wild versus what they're eating here in captivity. So that's the female right there. She's captive bred by Brandon Van Essen from Coldblood.
What?
So she has that more bluish look to her, and her offspring have also had that bluish look. So either has to do with kind of like blind breeding in a way, or it has to do with their diet, kind of how the same way a bunch of other different reptile species where their colors in captivity will be different than their colors in the wild.
Oh my god, look at these two. Beautiful. There they are, the blues. Now, I will tell you, as much as I love the greens, my dream is to have a blue tree monitor. They're awesome. These ones are a little bit more gnarlier than the green ones, right? Like these kind of are like a little bit more skittish, or what's the deal?
I would say so. I feel like that.
Who was it that said that green tree monitor was one of the worst bites? Was that Forrest? Somebody got but I wonder why green tree.
I don't know. I mean, they have that saliva where you can get irritated by it, but I've never really had that issue.
You have a pair in here as well, right?
Yep. She's a little bit more shy than he is.
And how's it been like trying to produce these? I mean, you haven't gotten any eggs yet, right?
No, not yet.
I mean, this guy even seems pretty comfortable. It doesn't seem like he's
He
looks
loves
like he's
to
ready to
eat.
eat. Yeah, it looks like that's
Yeah.
exactly what he wants.
He'll eat 10 pinkies in a row.
You'll have.
Yes, if you let him.
Handsome boy.
This right here is a very special project. You can see it's sitting on that log there. We have a pair of torch monitors in here, the Random board. They're kind of similar to the Molinas, except they stay smaller and are much darker, and have very limited captive representation. They have either never been bred in captivity before or have been bred only one time in captivity. Never known alleged reproduction here at a zoo a long time ago. We have an adult pair, and they seem fairly compatible. We actually are going to be redoing their enclosures pretty soon and setting them up to hopefully support that process as best we can. This for me was a dream monitor species. I've always been fascinated by the torch monitor, so when we had the opportunity to get a pair, it was pretty hard to pass up on it.
This guy seems really bold too.
Yeah, they're confident. They love their food.
Is he chill or is he any of these kind of?
Yeah, it would run away from you if you went towards it, but right now it's probably more curious about what you have and whether it's food or anything. And I brought back up. Hey yo, go film them.
All right, what do we got here, Steven?
So we have our Siamese crocodile right here, and we're packing up a handful of our crocodilians to bring to Tinley Park for educational display at the Dragonwood Wildlife Conservancy booth. So we are capturing them out of their enclosures and safely taping them up so that they can be displayed at the show.
And this is the process of taping the mouth shut.
Yep.
You made that look very smooth.
You have to be
Trained.
be
Very
trained
well.
and deliberate with what you do with crocodilians, and there's no second guessing it, or the consequences are pretty negative. And here we are using
Ready?
silicone tape instead of what most people use, which is just black electrical tape. This tape, the way that it adheres, it only adheres to itself, so it doesn't cut off any surface level circulation on the crocodilians like the black electrical tape will.
And it flexes right.
Flexes very well, and honestly it looks better too, just being a clear band compared to the solid black band. So because it adheres to itself, what Des is doing right there, just making sure that that seal is proper.
Good job, Des.
Now, it is ready for the show.
So, Steven, while we're taping this up, what's the species of this crocodilian?
So this is a dwarf caiman, or Cuvier's dwarf caiman. It's a Paleosuchus palpagrosus.
So cool.
This is the smallest crocodilian species in the Americas. Rarely getting to 4 feet in size.
Oh, that's so neat.
They're very beautiful, but they're mean and they are sharp.
So what you were talking about was the back of the neck right there, right where your hand's at. That,
Yep.
Those are sharp.
Very sharp.
Wow.
Those are not just for show.
Well, and what do you think those are used in the wild for?
It's more of a defense mechanism than anything
Like
else.
armor?
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Especially for these younger ones, because young crocodilians in the wild, there's almost no better food source for a carnivore. They are just pure protein and bone.
All right, what do we have here, guys?
This is the Cuban crocodile.
Wow, look at this thing, bro. This thing is business right here.
Oh yeah. This is its first, middle, and last name.
Wise guy, eh?
This is nothing you can rush. They're very smart. They'll move to where they know you can't.
Yeah.
And you and not like that to be your hand.
Or a
Any-
private part.
Any aspect of your body, I would say.
Especially a private part.
Yeah.
Dude, this is playing with it. Nice. Attaboy, Steven!
Can someone grab this one behind me?
Nice.
All right, someone grab the back end of the noose, please.
Very powerful specimen.
Yep. So this is one of the subadult Moralettes crocodiles. This is about a 4.5 foot long individual, and nothing to ever consider messing with. The jaw pressure on this animal is incredible, and not only is it the bite to worry about, it's the bite and the thrash and roll. Some very significant damage.
A lot of
done by
tearing.
This animal. Crocodilians are incredibly powerful animals.
Shut your eyes, baby.
There's an aspect of this that when their eyes are covered, it immediately gives them a little bit more of a sense of comfort, to where when they're seeing their surroundings, they're going to be freaking out a little bit more if you can cover their eyes.
Where did you guys learn like a lot of this from? I mean, and obviously this isn't something you Google search or YouTube. I feel like this was like mentorship for sure.
Yeah, this is all mentorship. Cody Bartolini, I can say, is the one that helped me the most with noosing, capturing, and the hand movement down, up for taping. And then Terry Cullen of Dragonwood Conservancy is my main mentor for crocodilians.
Wow.
Jesus Christ, let me hold him.
This is gorgeous.
I don't even know if I can. I might just hold the front. Jesus.
Come on, if you could do large, you could do this.
Dude, this thing weighs more than my child.
Yeah, but mentally, no. This is so sick.
Okay.
How big do these get?
You want the video on still?
Yeah.
So Moralettes are kind of a small to medium crocodilian species. Females typically 6-7 foot or so, but males can get upwards of that like 8-9 foot range.
And they're found where?
These are from Mexico.
Whoa, damn.
Right in Costa Rica as well.
This is awesome. And do these have sharp ridges on the back neck as well, or
Yeah, they do. I mean, you can see right there those
You want to get in on
osteoderms,
it?
but not nearly as intense as we were looking at on the Smith crocodile that came in.
Matthew Summers.
Yo, what up? He said, hey, yo.